Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is her phone number. Retiredarkansas.net is her website. And Mr. Zadora, how are you?
I'm great.
Missed you last week.
I know. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hopefully you got all your stuff straightened out and
that'd
you
be
can
wonderful.
bounce back.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, it would. You've been going back and forth with this for a
Two
while.
surgeries in a year on two different legs.
Yeah.
It's not a,
Not
well,
good.
6 months really, but it's not a fun thing.
No.
How's your world?
Good. We've been busy. But the business is still good. People still want to come here. We put a house on Tuesday morning it went in. We had 5 showings on Tuesday. We had a couple for Wednesday. So the people are going back to Minnesota. So they're traveling, they're elderly. So we said, we'll tell you what, we'll tell the agents if they want to write that we're not going to present them until Friday. So we'll get that done today and see how many we got. You never, maybe somebody writing now.
The reason for the delay is the owners
They're
are
traveling. They're driving and they're traveling, and I want them to get up there and get settled in a little bit.
calm down and
Yeah.
relax a little bit
Be
before
able
they
to
make a
not
big
feel that
decision.
they're under the gun and hurry up.
Is
and
that
get
common
this done.
for that?
It's sometimes they're all unique. You ask them, what do you want to do? You want to just take them as they come in and hope that the first offer, best offer, which is generally the case anyway. But if you know that you're going to be getting multiple offers like this, sometimes you're better to hold off for a couple days because some people can't get here. They may, if it's just a chance thing that you happen to be here for these 3 days, and we're able to see the house, that's one thing. But if you have been coming here, and then one of the agents told us, he said, I can't get my people here. He said, they come every weekend. So homes that come up on the weekend is what they get to see. I says, you're in luck actually, because it seems that that's what we're going to do with this. We just don't want to. I want the sellers to be comfortable, and age has a lot to do with that, and just.
The process of that, do they have to look at them in the order in which they were received?
Linda makes a sheet for each of the offers with no names or anything on there. And it's got the amount, the type of loan.
Any contingencies?
Any contingencies, when the closing date is, if it's, like I say, loan or cash. So she's got like 7, 8 major points on there, and just go over them one at a time. Sometimes the highest offer isn't necessarily the best offer. Someone who's coming in with cash might be better than someone who's going to have to get a loan, and you got to wait for an appraisal to get done, and it may get pushed out a little bit farther. I'm not worried about an appraisal on this one. Sometimes you're not really sure how it's going to be. So there's different factors that come in, or how long. Is there a delayed occupancy? Do they want to take early occupancy? Do they want to be able to start to store things in the barn if they can't close on time because they've got to be out of their house? And because each deal is different. They're all unique in their own different way.
With them being in Minnesota and y'all being here, how will you interact with them? Will you Zoom meeting, or will you?
We'll probably I don't think they're Zooming. I think we'll probably do it all by phone. We'll send it up, and they have a family up there, so they can print out the sheet, and then we'll send all the contracts up for them to. They can hopefully we can get them to e-sign the contracts, and actually they don't have to come back. They were saying that they wanted to come back like in September. It's like, nah, not in this market, and it's really not going to work. So we had one of the local movers come over there, and he took a look and gave them a number, what it would cost, and told them, I said, you don't have to come back. You can stay right there. We'll mail you all the paperwork. It'll get sent to you. The closing company will send you everything you need. The mover will show up with your stuff. You're done. The money will get deposited in your account, whatever account you tell the closing company to put it in. Done.
Has this the way it's always been, or is this something that was brought in with COVID?
Some of it was COVID. Some of it, we did some of that before, but COVID streamlined the process a lot more as far as notaries and things like that. They realized that they weren't quite as important as they thought they were, I think, and they changed a lot of their process. So all they would really have to do, we generally tell them to call your local bank and see if they got a notary there. Go to your church, somebody there's a notary, and just take the paperwork over, and it's all marked on there. When they get the package from FedEx, there's little flags, sign. This one's got to be notarized. Send us a copy of your driver's license. Just simple stuff, wiring instructions. Where do you want the money to go? So you go to your bank and say, here, fill this out. The bank fills out all the information on there, and then they just put it all back in the package and send it back.
People get on the internet and they'll surf the web. They find something they want to see. They give you a call and say, "Hey, will you go check that out for me?" And you do. Are you doing very many video walkthroughs with people?
There's some, not as many. Partly because if the house is going to go, if they're finding it online, man, we got past 2 weeks have just been terrible. We tell people, stay off of Zillow, stay off of Trulia. Go to retiredarkansas.net, obviously. Go to Realtor, because they're real time. And the number of people that have called her over the past 2 weeks wanting to see houses, and now it's the first thing we do, look right away. Under contract. No, it's not. Yeah, it really is. What are you on, Zillow or Trulia? Just ask them.
Yeah.
And, but it says, I know what it says, but it's not true.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. It's frustrating for people, and then they think you're lying to them, that you're because
holding
they don't
out
know
for
me.
your
I
own
mean, I'm a
listing.
exactly. I'm a voice on the phone. They don't know
Yeah.
who we are and what we are, and sometimes it's always frustrating on their part. And then you try to give them the direction that they need to go someplace else.
Yeah. Are you in front of your computer? Yes. Well, good. Go to this website,
Exactly.
punch in this information,
Yeah.
and tell me what it says under their status.
Yeah.
Oh, under contract. Well, son of a gun.
Yeah, and that's it, because they don't. That's what they are. Zillow and Trulia are clickbait. That's how they make their money. The more people go click, that's what it's all about. And it's a shame, because people get frustrated then, and you get that fear of missing out starts to set in. We tried to get 5 houses and we didn't get any of them, and then they get that I got to have a win, and that's just human nature.
Yeah. So let's call Bob Zadora, call him out on it, and just make him feel like.
That's right. That's right.
Let's look at some numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 45 new listings came on the market, 1 commercial property, 12 parcels of land, but 32 homes came on the market. They range in price from $30,000 to $850,000, and 7 of those 32 are taking backups, just to give you an idea, and that's not counting the ones that have gone pending. 38 sales, 5 commercial properties, 8 parcels of land, 25 homes sold. They range in price from $59,000 to $1.6 million. April Bentley, you did a great job on that. On that $1.6 million, it was she really carried it across the line, and the Z team comes through again.
There you go.
Average sale price this week was $318,000 with 66 days on market. That's really small for 25 houses. Total of $7.9 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 4 properties expired, 29 had price changes, and we're seeing more of that as the market is changing. 67 are pending. Currently, there's 235 homes on the MLS, so we picked up a few there. Year to date, for 2023, there's been 548 homes have sold for $122 million. Average sale price this year is $224 with 90 days on market. Last year, there had been 680 homes that sold for $150 million. The average sale price last year was $221 with 221,000 with 85 days on market. So the market was faster last year. Market's down nationwide about 20%, and this is about 20%, give or
Falls true
take.
here as well.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a reflection of people in other places not being able to sell their home for what they thought they could, or being able to sell their home at all. And we're still having people that have done that had try to take contingencies. And that's something people want to put a contingency on. They want to look at homes. And we'll show you homes, but are you pre-approved? Do you need to sell your home to buy a home? And if you say yes, then I'm going to tell you, well, you need to get somebody in there to see what your home is worth. Not what you think it's worth or what you want it to be worth. It's more,
Yeah.
generally,
Is
it's
it
more
on
what
the
I
market?
want it to be worth.
Is it on the market?
Is it on the market at all? Have you done anything? Because nobody's going to take a cold contingency. You know, when there was 700 houses on the market, yeah, they take it. Now, no, because they'll wait. Just step aside because there's somebody else behind you for a home that's priced well and ready to go. They're just, no agent is going to recommend to his client, well, yeah, we'll wait and see if this house sells at this price. And in the meantime, you're off the market all this time, not doing what it is you want to do. Now, if you don't really have any place to go, nothing to do, you're just moving to move,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But nobody's doing that now because it close to 7%, 6.5%, 7% interest rates. People are a little more focused on what it is they're supposed to be doing.
Is the art of offer, counter offer back, or is it just?
We do some of that, yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a little more of that than it was before. It's not 2 years ago, Bob. You know, and the market has changed, and the market has settled into its own pace now. It's different. The people are making offers. They're coming back. We're doing a little more back and forths. We try to do it on the phone as best we can, or kind of talk it through before everything gets committed to paper, so you're not, because you can only counter once and then you got to write a new offer and this and that. So if you're going to counter, we'll go back and forth. Okay, well, we'll do this. Well, we'll do this, and get the sides to agree. Okay, fine. Ink the paper and get it done.
The days of take it or leave it, are they still here?
Yeah, not so much now. No.
Yeah, it's
It's hard because with, like I said, with the interest rates being what
unless
they
it's
are,
take it above the offering or the asking price.
yeah,
Then it changes a little
yeah,
bit.
a little bit. But it's a dynamic force. It always is, and to see, it'd be interesting to see where we end up 6 months from now. 6 months from now we'll be coming into the presidential election year, and we'll see. I know the rates will start to tick down. So if you take a mortgage now, try to see how long they'll let you go in case you want to refi. If there's a rate reduction, if you can get refied, that's a good thing.
I've heard some banks are offering 24-month refi, no fees.
Yeah, there you go. See,
So if you lock in today at 7%, and 2 years from now, or 23 months from now, it's down to 5.25%.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good jump.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
so that's
Oh,
good
sure.
enough to
Yeah,
to
full
make a move.
points is enough to make it worthwhile.
What's the Z team up to? Music on the Square at Yeovil?
We'll be there. I think we should be there Saturday. We've been, been making the rounds, been doing stuff with the chamber, doing stuff with the Republican Party in Marion County, with, just, just
Have
stuff.
you made it to
And
the summer concert series?
no, I have not. No, I have not.
Haven't been there yet.
I haven't been there. I like Yellville a little better. I like, just sitting there. It's a little more relaxed and not quite as crowded and congested and things going on. So.
It's a good time. Any festivals coming up that you guys will be set up at?
Well, Turkey Trot's still a ways off, but we'll be there for that. And we're sponsoring the last Music on the Square in September, I think it is. So there's always something to do in the Z-Team household and running back and forth. I'll be at the Equalization Board starting August 1st in Marion County. I'm on the Planning Commission over there.
There you go.
There's no
Busy.
no shortage of.
How do they get you?
You don't want to get me. You want to call Linda. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredarkansas.net. If you have other things and you just want to chat, you can give me a call. I'm at 870-405-5407. But if you really, I had an agent call me yesterday, and she says, "What do you know about it?" And I know some things about it, but I don't know everything. And I says, "Do yourself a favor. Call Linda."
There you
I
go.
said, "You'll be much happier."
Much happy if you call Linda.
Yep. Because eventually you're going to have to call her anyway.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. Century 21 Lemac Realty, the Z Team. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.